All right, so they say that a healthy diet plays a very important role in ensuring that you have a safe COVID-19 vaccination experience. Join us now to tell us if this is a factual or if this is factual is nutrition consultant, my personal friend who I haven't seen for a long time, so I'm kind of vexed her, Dr. Joy Calendar. Dr. Joy, morning.
Hey, good morning, Neville. I'm not hearing you at all.
Oh, yeah, are you hearing me now?
Not much better. Little bit.
Can you hear me now?
Reading your lips. Must be too much mask wearing.
How are you?
I am well, thank you.
So can you hear me better now?
Little bit better.
All right. I haven't seen you for a while. I hope you're safe, your family is safe, and
You know
everything is all
what?
right.
As far as I know, I'm good.
Yeah. Talk to us now, pre-vaccination. What are and are we talking about like the day before, the morning before? Are we talking about leading up to it 2 weeks, 3 weeks before? What are we talking about here?
Well, it depends. I mean, always we want good nutrition all the time.
Right.
What I think we're talking about today is now that we're vaccinating, and I see we've been doing marvelously well, what can we do in terms of our nutrition before going for vaccination? And having done our vaccination, what do we do afterwards? And you know, Neville, I've seen some of the long lines for while waiting,
Right.
and I applaud our Jamaican people. We've done so well, the organization. But during that wait, we need to pay attention to what we're doing. So the vaccine trials were done with people eating their normal regular diets, whether healthy or not. And the vaccine was found to be effective. However, know that as we progress, we know more and more. And what we now know is what are the common symptoms that some people experience after getting their vaccination. What are those? Flu-like symptoms, fever, achy body pains, muscle joint pains, chills, some nausea. Um, that's, the kind of symptoms that we've
Fatigue.
been having. So what do we do about that? So we want to start off with a regular healthy diet, a balanced diet always. What is the goal in taking the vaccination? We want a good response from our immune system. And we know that some diet plays an important role in our immune response. So we want a balanced diet. What are some of the things we don't want to do? Things like alcohol. Sometimes people are going to get something like a vaccination. They're unsure what it's going to be like. They might be tempted to do alcohol. I haven't heard any guidelines from any of the health bodies, WHO or local bodies advising against alcohol. But we know that alcohol can impair the immune system. So I would definitely advise Jamaicans to not imbibe, certainly not excessive alcohol. Alcohol can dehydrate the body, which might make some of those symptoms worse, and it also can impair the immune system. So, healthy diet, what is that? Lean protein, what I call low glycemic index carbs. And I say that simply because back to this feeling of sometimes feeling a little bit of anxiety, low glycemic index carbs digest slowly, sugar is released slowly, so you don't get some of that jitters. The energy is released very slowly. We want a high fiber diet. We know that that's also good for our immune system. Much of our immune system is in the gut, and fiber plays a very important role in a healthy gut and therefore a healthy immune response. So we want our fruit, we want our vegetables. If you're gonna do juice, you do a little bit of juice. We want some healthy fats. We don't want a lot of fried foods because you remember I mentioned nausea as a possible side effect. Anything that's difficult to digest, high fat foods, a lot of meat, those things, if you're one of these people who is going to experience nausea, will make things like that worse. So we want things that are easily digested, bland almost, and small meals, no huge meals. We don't want the health staff to have to stop doing their vaccinating to attend to you because you're ill. So simple things like toast, egg, sardines. If you're a cooked breakfast person, maybe some mackerel and cabbage, but not mackerel in oil. and maybe yam or complex low glycemic index carbs, sorry. So just to give you an idea, cereal, we have low-fat milk, or if you're into nut milks, something like that, along with your fruit. Assuming it's in the morning, if it's lunch, a light meal, easily digested again, things like soup, baked chicken, rice and peas, veg. Um, Insomnia is one of the things that has been reported in some persons. So post-vaccine, again, you want light, easily digested meal, maybe a little bit of chamomile tea to calm you so you sleep better. That's one symptom I actually have, and I've had one dose of my vaccine. During your wait, hydration is critical. Your water, coconut water is amazing because not only do you get water, but you get some of the electrolytes. Fruit, things like watermelon and orange, pineapple, those kinds of things.
Well, you're the greatest, you know that. You're the greatest. You know television, so the interview is over. Thank you so very much. It is so good to see you. But some people think that because you get, and not we eat too much, I going kind of fast. That is not good. That can't be good.
No, I don't think fasting is a good idea. Maybe when it's, your normal fasting time,
Yeah.
but you don't want your blood sugar to drop low and you go faint, either while you're waiting to get your vaccination or while you're sitting in the chair.
Yeah.
And we know some people are anxious when it comes to needles. To be honest, I never even felt it, but there are those who are anxious.
Yeah.
So it's better, as I said, to have a small, light, easily digested meal.
Just a point, not a question. You mentioned insomnia. When I wasn't certain if I wanted to do this or not, I was very
Could you repeat that for me, Neville? Not hearing so well.
Are you hearing me now?
About the same, but go ahead.
I was saying that I was a little nervous before I decided whether I was going to do it or not. But after I decided that I would do it, I've been sleeping like a baby since then. So I think it has a lot.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think it has a lot to do with the mind. Yeah.
Perfect.
Good to see.
Remember, some people will experience some symptoms and others nothing at all, and others will experience other symptoms.
Yeah.
So it just depends. Once we are aware of some of the symptoms that we might feel, then you just try and keep things simple. No major changes from what you're normally accustomed to doing, except to pay attention to what I've said.
Yep.
Balance diet. Don't get up and have fried chicken in the morning if that's not your way.
Good to see you. Much love, my friend. Really good to see you. Always great to see you.
Wonderful to see you.
Yeah,
I've missed you.
I miss you more. Dr. Joy Callender, nutrition consultant, and what to eat before and after your COVID vaccine. Still to come, the necessity of joy in your job. I've said this before, that I've never worked a day in my life because I enjoy what I do. I think that's what that means. Second edition of News in 5 comes up in just a little while. Stay with us.